What's up, guys? My name is Mikko Hyttönen, and this is Jokes and More Podcast, baby! A show where we talk about jiu-jitsu, life, and everything in between. We are capturing the magic moment after a hard jiu-jitsu training. If you don't roll, you don't know. Today I'm joined by BJJ Blue Belt and my very good friend Topias Mäki. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
How was the training today?
It was great. It was great. I actually just said to you before we start filming that I really like the concept today.
Yeah.
You know, the arm bar from different positions. It was great. It was
because
great.
normally what we are teaching is like, let's say we're going to do arm bar from close guard. That's going to be it. But today I decided that we did like arm bars from multiple different positions.
Absolutely.
We did from the back, from the mount, from side control. You liked it, yeah?
I liked it a lot, and especially when we're passing, you know, the knee shield, the half guard, and you know, the importance of the underhook.
Underhook, yes, actually.
Like that opens the game, you know, to the different level, I feel.
Exactly. When we have the underhook, especially the passing position, because then you can kind of count, even though if you slightly turn your back, it's not a risky because we have the underhook. So, and this is, you know, our coach Santeri, so it's his main stuff. He's probably one of the best knee slice passer in the world. So,
Exactly.
we learn it from him. But yeah, how you been? How is summer in Finland? Man, ice cream, musta bakkara.
Exactly. Little bit beers, you know, here and then. But it was great. I was almost, I spent like almost 2 months over there. I had, we have first my good friend's bachelor party in Poland. We went there, had a little bit party over there.
And bachelor party, and in Poland.
Exactly.
It sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it sounds dangerous, but it went well. It went well.
Nice.
It was pretty tranquilo. You know, we took pretty easy over there. So nothing major. So it was great. Then we came back from there. We have obviously we have the wedding then after that, and then we went to with my friends group. We went to play a little bit golf in Estonia, which was nice. I mean, last year I played like 4 rounds in total, and we played 3 rounds, actually four rounds in 3 days. So.
But you make it look good. You look like I'm a little bit rusty, but still.
Exactly, it wasn't. I didn't play that well, but you know, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, and
you know,
golf is strange because I love to play golf. I'm not good at it, but I have been playing a couple of times. But I love the idea that we're gonna spend hours there, and we have maybe, you know, golf card, and it's just, you know, bonding with that crew.
Exactly. That's what I feel as like, because I'm not anymore that good player. I was before when I was younger, but now it's more like a social event. You know, you go there with the good people, you hang out, maybe you drink a couple of beers there, you enjoy the moment, and you know. Yeah. It's just like I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's not necessarily like sometimes you get mad obviously if you don't get the ball that well.
But that's your competition spirit, like.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you have been now a couple of years going back and forth from Finland to Spain. You have been in both places actively. And what do you think is the best part of Spain?
I mean, honestly, for training, you can't say anything else than this place. I mean. The environment here, you know, obviously it helps me a lot, especially because I'm from Finland. I can speak Finnish to you, Finnish to Santeri. It opens the game and the learning process even more. You know, the Spanish people here, everyone who comes here, like, are amazing and super competitive. But at the same time, we are able to train like smart. Yeah, we don't have to fight every position. Yeah, you know, so it's amazing. It's great.
And it's just been really good to you have been training for us. Always when you are here in Finland, you have different places. But when you are here, I've seen your progress. I'm very, very happy to see how your game has developed a very short amount of time. And by the way, the Finnish language, because we are the only guys who speak Finnish here. So you see you, me, and Santeri, and might be some visitors now and then. But man, we talk about a lot of shit, man.
Oh, we talk so much.
But now we created a habit.
Exactly.
So actually, a few times has happened. Like I'm talking with Santeri, some like stuff that shouldn't be talked out loud, like especially when there's other people, but we don't care because it's Finnish and nobody can understand. But one time there was this guy sitting there and we are talking with Santeri like, whatever it is. And then we started to train and we went, hey, what's up, man? Welcome, where are you? I'm from Finland.
Then you realized,
shit. But we just played along. Okay, yes. Hello, nice to welcome.
Exactly.
Fuck, man, I didn't hear anything.
And the fun stuff is fun, you know, doing the rolls, when we start rolling, Santeri puts like a Finnish song on. Yeah. And have you heard this one? It's totally like old school banger, like so, kind of like inside joke.
Yeah, Finnish rap or whatever. But it's cool. It's nice, but it's kind of. But also that's what you told. Like that's something that also lifts your level quite fast because all the details. Even though we speak good English and Santeri speaks excellent Spanish, I don't. But anyway, like we can teach very good in English, but in Finnish because we can go like super. For example, today when I was telling you like the underhook and all the super small details, it was really easy to explain in Finnish. And I super rarely I teach Finnish. I don't remember teaching Finnish language maybe 10 times in my whole career.
For sure,
Even when I do the seminars in Finland, many times for example, now when I'm going to the Pietarsaari, I think they want me to do it in English because there's a lot of Swedish-speaking people there.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be like visitors, I think, from Sweden side also. So I think it's going to be English. But it's so nice to speak sometimes Finnish, and especially teaching in Finnish because, I don't know, it's just, I kind of miss speaking Finnish. And actually, I even listen to like Finnish radio, like old Aamulypsy.
Exactly.
When I do my push-ups in the morning, I listen to Aamulypsy, which is a very famous Finnish radio show. But I listen to the old episodes. But yeah, we have our small Finnish mafia here.
Finnish mafia, exactly.
But you have earned your spot here. So how long have you been a blue belt?
I got a blue belt, I think, a little bit above a year now. I think it was like a year and a couple months.
Yeah, early last summer. Yeah, that graduation.
Last summer, I think it was. Yeah, when I got
that was a great day.
It was amazing. I mean, it's obviously you knew that at some point you will get it, but when you get it, it gives you like this idea of your head, like, okay, you have done something like right, and now the journey just really begins.
That's it. And it's always like when you get the belt, like I kind of stop in those moments, and of course we don't do this for belt always the same. We don't. But the thing is, like when you get only like a couple of times in your full career you get a new belt. So when you get blue belt, for example, you think about, okay, so what led to me to this belt, and then okay, now I'm going to continue on the journey. Like now I'm not a beginner anymore. Then the jiu-jitsu journey truly starts when you're okay, blue belt, and now you're moving on that. You're more than halfway about that also. So it's amazing. But I think always it's nice to kind of stop, realize, crystallize the moment. Like wow, and there is so much work involved in every belt.
Absolutely.
From white to blue, it's a massive journey.
Yeah.
From blue to purple, same stuff. So I think it's good to kind of stop, also think about, and we need to. Also, I think training slightly differently in different belts. Blue belt is a great belt because nobody kind of expects anything from you, but you can be really good. You can, try stuff. There is like you can see blue belts. Somebody who is like, oh man, how do you get your blue belt? And then there is some guys who are blue belts and they are super good.
Insane.
So you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. I remember the first time when I met Christian here, and he was a blue belt.
He was a blue belt.
I was like there's no way he's a blue belt. He was so nasty.
Ridiculous. But he was blue belt and he went. I think he started to win the tournaments, and since he was 16, now he's 18, he's been able to submit almost all of the black belts.
That's insane.
That's insane. And I remember when he came to us, and actually he's going to be my guest this Friday.
Oh, that's great. He's going to have a good.
It's going to be so interesting to kind of, how do you cope in your mind the fact that these guys, most of the guys who are teaching you, you can submit them, and how you can keep your mind in some kind of a journey moving forward, even though you're winning all the time. So I'm gonna love to pick his brain.
And like it doesn't matter if the guy is smaller than him, bigger than him, the same size as him. Yeah. He's on control all the time.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
It's gonna be super interesting because let's see. Absolutely. But anyway, hey, your first martial arts memory. It can be training. It can be flash of a Bruce Lee movie. Tell me.
I actually have two memories.
Yes.
The really first one was when I was a little kid and I was learning the ABCs, alphabets.
Yeah.
And that day I was actually, during the nighttime, I was hanging out, or the evening, I was hanging out with my oldest brother in his apartment. And during that time, he was practicing kickboxing, I believe. And he had a bag in his apartment, from the ceiling down. And I remember he kicked super hard. His kicks were like the number one weapon for him. And remember I asked him if I could hold the bag, and he kicks. And obviously he started a little bit, easier, and then he put a little bit more power behind the kicks. And then I was like, could you kick like as hard as you can?
Yeah.
And he said, okay, but be careful. Like it's going to like probably maybe do some damage or something, be careful. I hold it back. I'm like, okay. He kicked, and I just remember I flew behind the back straight to the couch on my back like this. I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine this actually hit your head or your body? Like, I got to, you got to break down.
So pretty memorable first touch in martial arts.
That was the first touch, I was able to feel the power. But actually the like really first event where I went. This is a funny story. I have never heard anything like this before. The event was a boxing match.
Yeah.
And the matchup was between my brother and our father. And it was actually a real event.
Yeah.
You know, you have met my father.
Yeah,
He's an old school guy from Tampere, super old school. And you know, when my brothers were younger, if they did something stupid, they got a little bit belt sometimes to the ass cheeks as a reminder that don't do stupid shit. Yeah. And then one time my oldest brother was like, there's going to be a day, Dad, I'm going to show you who is king in the castle, who is the boss. And my dad was like, our dad was like, yeah, bet on that. Yeah, we'll see. Well, years went past and my brother was at this time, he was in his 20s, like 24 or something. And he was already, I think he switched from kickboxing to Thai boxing at this time. And our father was in his 40s. And then my brother challenged our father, and they were like, okay, let's go, let's make a real event. My brother was training at the Combat Academy of Finland in Sörnäinen next to the famous Piritori. Yeah. And they had the event over there. So they had a real ring, boxing ring, real referees over there, cornermans. Obviously, my brother had on his corner his coach, like a main coach. And a lot of, his teammates were watching there, his friends, and, they were sure that this is going to be like one punch and then we're all done. And then there was like my father's hockey friends. My dad played hockey before, so he had a lot of friends from like a hockey community. So there was those people over there, and his cornerman was Turpo. His name was Turpo, and the Turpo was he's insane guy. He drove these huge go-karts. Yeah. And he actually drove in Monaco. Faster lap with the go-kart than any F1 formula has ever driven.
Why? Wow. So fast, yeah.
I guess he said
turbo, maybe that's the name.
Turbo, that's the name.
Turbo in Finnish, turbo is like turbo.
Exactly. So he said that when they went to when he went to them with like, I think over 300 kilometers per hour to the tunnel, it was like lights off, lights on. It was like, I'm done. But he was on my dad's corner. He was his cornerman, and everyone were betting against my father. Everyone. But then my father decided that he's going to bet to himself by him, alone. And the fight, he actually, before the fight started, I remember when my father came to them next to the ring to the event, they were agreed that they will fight with 16-ounce gloves. So, because if they would be smaller, if my brother hits him hard, it's probably going to be done. Yeah. And my dad came to the academy with his 8-ounce gloves on.
8. It was like fucking leather on top of your...
The referees saw it, they were like, yeah, maybe we're going to stuck on the 16-ounce glove. We're going to use these bricks here. Like, okay, it's okay. And obviously, if they would allow kicks, it would not be any opportunity for our father because my brother kicked so hard. But I don't remember what was the rules and how many rounds they were. But I remember this. Our father was southpaw, and my brother was orthodox. And obviously my brother was trying to take our dad's heads off, like a big overhand, like massive shots. He actually hit it, our father, one time, like he would have to like take a big back step, like he was a little bit dizzy. But I remember my dad said that our brother did like a stupid thing because our dad were able to stay on the middle of the octagon, on the ring. So he was able to like go around his belly button basically, like turning, circling, and our brother was like, my brother was like running around, so he got like, I guess, kind of like tired from that. So I remember he tried to hit like a big overhand. Our father was a jab. Every time he came closer, he just jabbed him. Every time, boom, boom, like continuously jabbing. And then on the third round, our father went jab and huge uppercut straight to the temple, straight to the jaw on the bottom, and knocked my brother out cold. And it was like, everyone was like, what happened? Like, damn, this is not real.
And your father was like, I'm not surprised.
Exactly. Like, the torch never passed, from me to the younger generation. I'm still the boss here. It was funny. Yeah.
So what age you are?
I'm 26 now.
Yeah, but when this happened,
I think I was around, if I'm not mistaken, I was probably seven or 8.
It's so like this was your first like kind of live event.
Yeah.
But that's strange.
Yeah.
But also like you see like, what is this? My brother He's gonna go boxing with my father.
Yeah, I have like flashbacks. I don't remember exactly everything on the event, but I have flashbacks, and then I have asked about this because this is something like every summer they chirp each other about this.
Oh,
like,
of course. This,
and then now my brother is like, because he has done like afterwards he did like a long time MMA and then gi and no gi, so he would obviously now our father is an old guy now, but
still we all now remember that. When did you try your first time jiu-jitsu?
I remember first time trying jiu-jitsu, it was one summer when my brother was already training and I joined his training class.
Yeah.
I just went there and joined him. I was not really like training there, I was a little bit more watching, and then we were able to train like low-key on the side a little bit. And then after that every summer when the hockey season was done, because I played hockey for many years, every summer I always called him if he can meet, and every time we met, we started,
so any
wrestling and
guess some year when you tried it the first time?
Maybe 2011.
Nice.
10, something.
So you were like maybe 16 or actually younger.
No, actually I got 10. I was 10, 11. 10, 11.
Because I think that's something that, because now when you started to train a little bit more, you have been improving so fast. So it's like, but you have been involved actually quite a long time.
Yeah, I had, because I remember my brother always teach me like the basic, head and arm, triangle, and just the basic. I was more like his wrestling dummy. He was throwing me around.
You're learning on that way also.
Yeah, but I remember one time I went to his freestyle wrestling class, and there was his coach over there, and we were doing drills, and then we did like a fireman's carries, and then we tried to do the fireman carry and then the throws. I remember I catch my brother like this, and I almost break my foot. I catch him like here and throw it almost on top of my leg. That was the scary moment. And then I realized.
Still remember that?
I still remember that.
Do you still go for the fireman's carry?
I do. I do sometimes, but I haven't done it for a while. But I remember that was like something that opened my eyes, that you have to be careful and pay attention to the details.
Yeah, and many times like the injuries happen when you are lazy. I remember maybe my worst injury on my right shoulder, where I have like a collarbone separation, like very severe, happened when we are learning how to do break falls in a class, like landing like this pump. And I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I was of course white belt. It's like 13 years ago. So I just landed somewhere bad and boom, my shoulder. And then I felt like whoop, the bone, and I was like, it felt
horrendous. Yeah.
So stupid. It was a no-gi or gi lesson here first. You remember?
Like a real, I remember when I did the basic course, it was because I asked for people who was doing jiu-jitsu already. I had one friend who was competing actually in purple belt category, but he was like this, what is the masters?
Yeah, masters class. Yeah, over 30.
Over 30, he was fighting there, and I asked him like, if I know already something, do I have to take the basic class, or can I just go to the training room? But no, you should take the basic course. And then when my hockey career ended, 2021, I believe it was, I went for the basic course in GB Gym.
Oh yeah, you told me you did the kind of, and actually from GB Gym are my original coaches, Jasse and Marek. Jasse and Marek, so they are original from there, and they came here. Jasse was brown belt, Marek was purple belt. They are Demi and Maya's black belts now, so they're his students, so great guys. But again, like funny coincidence, like you did your first trainings there, and actually they are my first coaches.
The world
now,
is so
small. Now they see you know what I do, and I always speak about them because your first coaches, they are the guys who built you in somewhere. So they gave me my blue belt, and after that I came here as a blue belt, and then Santeri gave me the other belt. So, but
we did like it was like jiu-jitsu basic course, but we were using like just a basic t-shirts or shorts, and then obviously after that, when we were like graduated from the basic course, then I bought my gi, and then started training. But then something happened. I don't remember exactly what, but then I had like a couple of years that I didn't train at all. I had something going on. I don't remember exactly what happened. But then when I've been going back and forth now here, then I could really say I started here.
And always when you are here, if you're not in Finland, if you're here, you're training pretty much.
I try to every day if I can.
Day, and now it's been great to see you back here. But let's rewind a little bit. You used to be one of the most talented goalkeepers in ice hockey in Finland when you were younger. Let's go to the story. When did you start to play ice hockey and how this started?
Yeah, so I started skating when I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Like I went to this basic course where little kids learn how to skate. We have teachers over there, the coaches. And after that, I joined my first team probably when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Went there. You know, obviously we were changing position. I was like a forward defenseman.
When you're a kid, you basically play all the positions and they start to form a little bit later.
Yeah? You basically figure out which way you should
exactly.
Are you left or right?
Salone, Lukone, you cannot skate.
Exactly. And I think, hey Salone, you have the wrong stick. You should play this way, not this way. You know, getting those, idea of which way you play. And then at some point I turned to be a goalie. And I think my dad, he was a professional ice hockey player, goalie as well in Sweden back in the days, and he have never told me that I have to be a goalie because you know a lot of people think that if your dad did something as professionally someday like before, they will force you to be the same kind of people. But no, I guess my head was like fucked up, and I just wanted to eat the pucks and be the hero, because obviously as a player you can get away from your mistakes a little bit. If you make a bad pass or something, maybe no one really realizes if it happens on the offensive zone. So, but as a goalie, they see everything.
Yep.
You can be the hero or you can be the the asshole.
Exactly. You make one mistake, everybody's gonna laugh at you.
Exactly. So I kind of love the pressure. Yeah. Kind of love the pressure, and then continue playing.
What was your first team?
My first team where I joined was Kiekko Vantaa, which is still one of the original teams in Vantaa still, and they are playing now. Their pro team is playing now one below Liiga. Liiga is the best. It's like a Finnish national league in Finland, and then they're playing now in Mestis.
All right.
Which is like what do you call
First
it?
division.
Division 1.
And actually, in Finland, I think there is still a system. Actually, I'm not sure, because there used to be a system like the two lowest Liga teams were playing against the two highest teams in Mestis, and then
exactly
like Liga Karsinat. I'm not sure if it's
they were actually back in the days. It was like this, and then they closed the Liga.
Yeah,
that you're not able to come from the below from the Mestis to Liga anymore, which was stupid, because then there's a team who don't have money or good teams. They don't care if they lose.
And then they started to dump all the players because they didn't care if I lose. The rest of the games 20-0. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna stay in the league.
Exactly.
So it was.
So they opened the Liga again, I believe, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and I remember the Kiekko Espoo.
Yep.
They won a Mestis championship, and then they were able to get to them. Or actually, it wasn't open yet. I think they opened this year because Jokerit.
Oh yeah.
Jokerit were playing against Pelicans.
Yes. Now there was a Karsin.
Remember?
Now I remember. Yes, exactly. Because Jokerit is back also. What is? So insane.
So I think that's a good thing for Finnish hockey, that there's pressure both ways. That you're going to drop or you're going to get forward.
And I said, because I've always watched a lot of ice hockey. I'm from Tampere, so Ilves is my team, and we were always watching. And because Ilves was struggling when I was a teenager, but there was always this kind of they were qualifying back to go to league, and we were always supporting them. Like it was a big thing.
Absolutely.
And it was like, if you're not at the top. For the finals were like, we just gonna try to stay in the league,
for sure.
And we were there to supporting our team, so it was great. But you started in Kiekko Espoo. How long you played?
Kiekko Vantaa in Vantaa, and I played there probably until I was probably like 10 or something. Then I moved to IFK. Yeah. Which is like Jokerit and IFK are the main teams in Helsinki. The main rivalries. I moved there, and then I played there for a long period of time until I was probably, if I'm not lying to you, probably like 15 or something like this. Then I moved to actually Espoo. Yeah. It wasn't Kiekko Espoo anymore. It was Espoon Blues at the time. Okay. At the time, I moved there, and then I started to realize that I need something else. The Finnish, the community is pretty small. Everyone knows everyone, and the things are not going as well. That you should hope there are things going, money is involved and
Yeah,
connections, which is every place, and it's okay. It's okay. But I was wondering, like, I need to do something else because obviously I'm not the biggest one, especially when I was younger. I was still a little bit smaller. And as a goalie, normally they're like 185 minimum, 190.
And they kind of expect the goalies to be, and if they are not tall, they're a little bit like suspicious already, like, which is fucking insane because your skill set should be the most important.
Exactly.
But anyway,
I remember we had actually this one, like, not like a national camp, but there was like a main players around Finland who were competing together, and I was the smallest goalie over there, but I have the best numbers. But I didn't get to the team that were like chosen from the players who took part to this tournament. And I asked, like, why? They told me, you're too small. I'm like, I have the best numbers. Like, so it doesn't make any sense.
It's ridiculous. Same like they would say, like, Messi do all the goals. You cannot get to the team, but you do all the goals.
Exactly.
Because it should be statistic first, and then. But again, we have talked about this subject before, and I'm sure that there was some kind of a politics behind that. Somebody, because. If you're searching for the best for the team, then the goalie who has the best percentage of stopping the pucks going into the net, that's the guy.
Exactly.
There's, it doesn't matter if you're small or tall.
Yeah.
But if you are the best by numbers, I think that was. Does that bother you? Because I think that was something.
It did sometimes. It did because, like, obviously, if I would be like during that time, if I would be bad, my numbers would be bad. Then I would it would be okay.
It's easier to accept.
They don't lie.
But now it's
numbers.
Just like a.
I was a bit pissed, and I think sometimes people didn't like me sometimes because I was pretty like mature when I was already a little. Like if I felt something didn't go as they should have been, I always opened my mouth and I said, like, sorry, I think this is not the way to do things.
You're straight.
Yeah.
But actually, I think my followers now lost because from blues, actually, you went to States.
Yeah.
And this tournament was in States, no?
It was actually in Finland. So I went from Kiekko-Vantaa to IFK, and then I went to the Blues.
Yeah.
And then I started to think about different options, what I could do. And then a couple of my friends went to prep school, high school, private high schools and some went to public high school as well in America. And I was thinking maybe that would be nice something to do, because my English wasn't good. If I learn English, that's already like a huge benefit for the future.
Yeah, exactly.
And I started to, look into that, and then there was this one company in Finland who helps people to get there, young people. Doesn't matter what your sport is. It can be hockey, whatever it is, basketball, American football, whatever. And I started talking with them, and we actually found a couple of schools, and then I make like a video to the schools, telling a little bit about myself, what I do, where I'm from, etc. Stuff like this. And then I had meetings with them, like online, remote meetings, remotely, and they give me a possibility to go there. But there was one thing. The school wasn't never something that I really enjoyed.
You went there for learn the language and play ice hockey.
Yeah. So they told me before I go there, I have to upgrade my grades a little bit.
Oof, okay.
So I was 16 at that point, and I went to play HJK in Helsinki, which is not like the top league game, but they were U20s, so they were significantly older than me. Yeah. So I went there because at the same time it was easier for me, get my grades up, but then at the same time, play with the older people who helped me. They shoot faster and harder, and the tempo of the game is a little bit faster. Yeah. I got my grades up, and then I left for America. I went to Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, baby. Boston. And you even learned how to say Massachusetts.
Honestly, I still think I'm not able to say it.
But I think what is the key? We just go, what's up? I'm from Massachusetts.
Exactly.
Just believe in yourself.
To say. Exactly.
But yeah, Boston. So you had a family. You moved in with a family, or you stayed by yourself?
I went to a prep school. Yeah. Prep school. So I lived in campus.
Oh.
So we have a dorms, what they call over there.
I want to hear some stories.
It was nice. It was nice. I remember I went there. I think the signing day was like Saturday. Mm-hmm. Saturday we took like all the pictures for the school ID cards. met our teachers, hockey coaches, teammates, stuff like this, and they showed us the campus around, like where's the gym, where's the dining hall, where you're going to live, everything. And then I think after that we had like Sunday off for relax, and then on Monday everything starts. But I remember when I got my key to my dorm room, and I went to the room, I saw like Asian name.
Yeah.
That who is my like roommate, and was like stereotypical if Finnish guy was like, oh my god, if I'm gonna have some kind of nerd or something in my room, like I need someone who's like,
he's like me, do sports, and we can go to lurk some fucking ladies, and go barbecue,
jokes and stuff like that. We can fuck around and like this, but it ended up to be one of the great guys I have ever met. He was from Vietnam.
Oh, nice.
He was from Vietnam. He was amazing guy, but he was super intelligent.
They are. I had also Vietnamese guys, or my schoolmates, also when I was younger. But so how did it start? How the journey started?
Well, I remember that I got my schedule, but I have mathematics class, algebra, I have GD1, this and this. And I remember the first math class I had. It was algebra 2. Yeah. Because I went to the school as a junior. There's a freshman, sophomore, junior, and then as a senior you graduate. Okay. And then there's a postgrad, which means like after your graduation you're gonna come back for 1 year. Oh. So I was junior. So I have only like two years to go high school in America. So because I was already in school in Finland, so I didn't have to start from freshman class. So first algebra class I went there. And our teacher gave us like the numbers, what we have to do, like different variations. And what is the answer? Go there and put it on the whiteboard. And I was like, I have no clue what's going on. I have no clue. I didn't know any like words or anything. Like I didn't even know like 3 + 3 equals. I'm like, what equals even mean? Yeah. To the second power, square root.
Yeah, because they're using it. Oh man.
Yeah,
of course. Because we don't. Where did you learn that?
Because in Finland you don't learn those things and basics.
We learn English in school, but they don't teach you specific fucking math class. How to speak and communicate.
So after first class, I remember her name was Miss Daisy, and I told her that Miss Daisy, I have to be honest with you. I have no clue what's going on. Yeah. Like, could you put me down the algebra 1 class, because I can do this next year, but I really have to learn more English and stuff like this. Yeah. And math was always hard to me because I never enjoyed it, so I never did it. So I'm kind of like pissed to myself because I sort of gone a little bit out of my comfort zone, to learn more math. But obviously you're a young guy, you want to play sports, and that's what you think mostly, and a little bit girls and stuff like this. So I went there, but I was able to change algebra 1, and then I get to the rhythm. We woke up like at 7. We had, I believe, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we have like a morning opening where our the master of school, the headmaster, like a principal, always gave us like announcement what happened like globally in the world and what's going to happen during the week or during the weekend, stuff like that. And when that was gone, we were done with that, then we headed down to the classes, and the classes were done probably around 3 to 4. Then we had like normally a little bit time to relax. Sometimes I will have to go like additional teaching class for English and stuff like math, because I was
do a little bit of extra work because.
Exactly, because then if I would not do that, I would drop, get away from everyone else super fast, drop from.
Exactly, then you would be the slowest in every class.
Exactly. So then we ate after school, and then the sports started, activities. Other people have sports, other have like art, what they did, maybe some physics, different things. And obviously my main sport was hockey, but there was like a 3 season. There was the spring season when the school, actually it was fall season when the school started. You have to decide what you want to do. First year I played golf, which is super easy.
Then you started to play a golf.
Yeah, it was really funny, like relaxing before the hockey season. And then after a fall season, the winter season came, and obviously that's the main season for me when the hockey started. And after the winter season, the spring season came back, and then I played lacrosse.
These are fucking. Let's talk a little bit of lacrosse. How was it played? I've only seen it a couple of times, and there's probably half of the people doesn't even know what it is. but it's fucking dynamic sport. So you're running and you have this kind of, I don't even know how to tell you. You have like a stick and this kind of.
You have like a net where you hold the ball and you have to like do this kind of motion that keeps the ball
when
inside.
you played. I saw you before that. How do you did in lacrosse?
Well,
you did probably pretty good.
Yeah, the first time I was like, what is going on? Like, because there is a short pools, which means that you have the one like shorter stick that you have, so you can like protect it like this.
Oh, yeah, you can do, and the bigger one is.
Yeah, but I was the long pool, like the big one. I was holding the big one. I was like this one, and you can hit as hard as you want from I think neck below, like this, your opponents.
What?
It's
with
insane.
The stick?
Yeah, with the stick. You can just and you can poke it like this. It's insane. Like you get bruises so bad. Like and
I didn't know that.
It's insane. And the ball is like
it's
rock
hard,
solid.
Yeah.
Rock solid. If it gets hit to your nuts or something, you're gonna be like, probably afterwards. It's.
But it's a tough sport.
It's tough sport, and especially when there's a crown ball. We call it crown ball when the ball drops and everyone tries to fight it for it.
Yeah.
Then the big hits comes
and stuff happens. Shoulder injuries, knee injuries.
So much, and especially with the smaller stick, when someone passes you, you can go with like this, and it hits your like side of your body here. It leaves the mark here. It's
probably because you can hit with the stick.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this fascinates me now.
Yeah, and then you can go like across checks and stuff like this. Obviously, you can go like straight like this, but you can hold your arms like this, and then go like.
And when you learn, you can imagine somebody's moving and you hit it on the right.
And when you learn techniques, you can basically do like you can put like the stick, especially the long pull, like behind his hand, like here, and then you do like this motion, and the whole stick like releases from their hand. And it's insane. I remember I played. I was 2 years in America.
Yeah.
And I played the second year during the winter, during the summer season, spring season. I played lacrosse as well. And the second year I was better. I played goalie as well on that sport as well. But he was.
Does goalie have a stick also in lacrosse?
It has a little bit bigger one. And it's you basically.
Can you also hit if somebody comes close? Can you also?
I think you could. Yeah. I think you can as well to do it.
That's the most exciting part for me.
Yeah, like the shoulder pads are super small. You have the helmets and the mouth guards, but the shoulder pads are super small.
And I saw one video from lacrosse match because in hockey fights, not anymore, but it used to be like a couple of fights, especially in NHL, a couple of fights
for sure
per match.
Yeah.
But I saw lacrosse fight. They went in the middle of the field, and they just started to fucking pound each other in the head. I was like, lacrosse, baby. What is this? So, is this normal there?
We didn't have any fights there. We didn't have any fights, but I remember the second year we were playing in our home venue in our what do you call it? Campus. Yeah. And I remember there was this huge guy. He was like 2 meters tall. And he started to chirp our players. And obviously I'm a little bit smaller guy, but I'm like, no one's going to bully my friend. I went to him on the middle line. I told him I'm going to shut down your lights today during the game. I'm like, let's see. Well, the game started and we were playing probably, I don't remember the rule set. I think there was like 4 periods that we played for specific amounts. But we were playing for, I think, the second or third or fourth period, and then crown ball game. Like the ball was down and I see the guy is going head first. I'm like, this is my chance. Like a pure nice hit, shoulder to shoulder. Boom, I just heard. And he dropped down because all the
out of breath.
All the wind came out.
Did he see that it was you?
Afterwards, yeah.
But it's like, I told you.
Yeah. I did. I think this is something that I probably should have not done at that time. But I remember when I heard and he dropped down. I went to him like this. I told you. Other things that.
But it's kind of you're young. You're full of, and it's still like when we are in this kind of physical sport, you didn't do it for hurt him. Like you didn't want to fucking make him injured.
Oh no.
It's just a fucking clean hit.
Exactly.
So it's like there you go. Like it's just a little bit of boosting, but I don't think it's something bad or like bad manner. If
it was,
exactly. But if you injured somebody and you say that's a shitty move.
Our assistant coach told me like that was the cleanest hit he has ever seen.
Yeah,
but unfortunately he actually got injured really badly. All his ligaments were like done from like broken from his shoulder to I think like almost to his wrists.
But of course that was not your your purpose.
Yeah, I didn't try to
so,
do that.
So
for sure.
yeah. So the lacrosse, you did that on the so there was golf,
hockey.
then we were hockey and lacrosse. And what about did I have like off season from any sport? So you didn't do any sport. So there was always something.
Always something. You will have to always choose something that you do. Obviously, there was sort of other options as well that were not related to sports. You can do art, or you can do, you can go sightseeing or stuff like this. But I always wanted, especially lacrosse was nice because you get in so good shape. Yeah. Because you played that on a football field.
Yeah, exactly. You're running around
all the time. Yeah. So you got really lean during the spring season. But actually, the second year during the fall season, the first year I played golf, but then the next year I played football, like soccer.
Oh, nice!
So that was cool as well, because I was wondering, maybe that's a good thing to get your basic cardio up before the hockey season. I think that was good.
Probably you're right.
That was good as well.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about the hockey part there, like. The States, and especially in high school training, how the training hockey there was different than in Finland? Was it more intense? Was it more structure? How do you feel? You felt it was easier, harder?
I think it was easier. Like, one first thing that got to on my that I was wondering, like, this is weird. Like, no one didn't do any exercises before they went on the ice.
So straight to ice?
Straight to the ice.
That's a little bit risky, yeah?
It's risky, yeah. And, obviously, I feel like whatever you do, you have to think about a little bit through what's going to happen.
Prepare your body, even somehow. It doesn't need to be much, but if you just go straight to the deep end.
Exactly, you can fall down and you haven't warmed up well.
Yeah, and I can imagine the culture there. Massive hockey culture.
Exactly.
So that was first surprise.
That was first surprise. But then everything else was pretty normal. Like the drills and everything, it was similar. Obviously, the multiple places like in America, the rink is a little bit smaller than in Finland. Yeah. So everything comes a little bit faster. But I didn't felt huge difference between Finland.
What about the audience there? In a high school games, there were a lot of people watching your games?
There was. There was, we had a pretty good fans, but then the rivalry team next to our school, which name was Cushing Academy. And one of my good friends actually went there, and he was there at the same time with me. And they had it insane fans. They had all these drums and the big banderoles and everything, and they were chirping you. You can't do this. And they were like, number 21, you suck. Number 21, you suck. You suck. They had these all different kinds of singing things that they were chirping us. It was funny. I enjoyed it.
Does it give you more energy when there's a lot of audience? And do you think that you played better when there was a lot of audience and a lot of pressure?
I always hated to play a game if there wasn't any audience.
Yeah, like random game. It doesn't matter basically who wins.
It's more. It's kind of like an event. There's noises and voices and
play of guy.
Exactly. Because I have never felt pressure if someone is watching. I just felt more. I want to show them what I learn or I can do.
But that's a healthy way to think, and especially when you're a goalie, because basically most of the times when somebody is watching the game, but there is still a lot of guys, even in the audience, who are just watching the goalie. Exactly. Well, just watching the goalie and just seeing what you are doing, even though the puck is not close, but they are watching what you are doing, and then you might be doing nothing in 8 minutes, and then suddenly the guy comes solo and you need to catch it, or they think this guy cannot catch anything.
Exactly. You can even close your eyes.
So how do you stay focused during these moments, dual moments during the game? So let's say, for example, you have an overplay or whatever, and you need to stay focused. How do you keep your mind into the...
Honestly, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you just singing different songs in your head. But I think the main thing was just follow the puck.
Oh yeah. Follow the game.
And be aware. Be aware always where everyone is and where they're going. What their next step? Okay, you see the left wingers over there. Okay, now this guy has the puck. Maybe this is going to go on the forward like this on the left side, and they give him the puck. So he's now face to face with me, and as a shout out. So I think that's the best way to still try to be in the game.
And of course it's because you need to kind of think about where the puck is possibly going to go. It's there. Now if this guy passes to this guy misses, we're going to lose the blue line, and the guy is going to be coming through, and whatever. It's kind of
exactly, especially because it was smaller rings. So
exactly,
that was
everything
exactly
happens
like
faster. So if you are dreaming about what I'm going to eat today, boom, 2 seconds and somebody's coming. So it must be hard. It's much easier. If you're tired, you can go sit out. In normal player, but you need to be on the ice all the time.
All the time, and it's sometimes there was like I remember we had this Saint Sebastian tournament every year. And it was it's like a scrimmage tournament. You played, like normally the game is 3 times 20 minutes. So 60 minutes in total. And then if, it's tied, we go overtime for 5 minutes and continue from there. Maybe sometimes they go to shootouts, maybe not. But the rule set was we played 2 times 25 minutes. So 50 minutes in total. I remember the Saint Sebastian team on the second year, their first line, everyone were drafted to NHL by the second and third round.
That is 5 guys.
Yeah.
So that is,
And I remember our team took penalties for 20 minutes on the second half of the game.
And these guys were running the power play.
Imagine if you get like in one period you get like 40 shots on you, and you had to go like back and forth. And sometimes it's super hard. You have to be in good condition.
And intense and I've always been fascinated because when I played football, I was always fascinated. I did a lot of talking because I was a striker. I was a guy who made the goals.
Yeah.
And then I was talking a lot with our goalies because I felt a little bit similar in my mind because I thought I was a specialist, even though I was a team player. But my job was to put the fucking ball into the net.
Exactly.
And the goalie was trying to prevent it. So we had like a similarities. Like my only job is to put it in, and your only job is to.
And it's actually for a goalies in ice hockey, it's super important that you're active with you talking.
Okay.
Because you were kind of like you're the quarterback.
Yeah, and you can probably see the game many times, and you need to actively kind of guide the defenseman, and especially in a power play or whatever. But I think it's really important that sometimes they participate. Nowadays the game also they even pass down and goalie might take
exactly. If you're a good stick handler, it helps you like a third defenseman.
Yeah.
It helps your team a lot that you can open the game. Maybe you can shoot it like on the ice, like far away. That helps a lot. But if you can stop the pucks if they put it on the corners, and it helps a lot.
Interesting. So what happened after the US 2 years there? You moved back to Finland, no?
I was actually 3.5 years there.
Perfect.
So after I graduated from the high school, from the prep school, after 2 years, my main goal was that I want to play college hockey.
Yeah.
Like I have heard about good things about college hockey, and that's a good road for if you're able to play Division 1 especially.
Yeah.
That's something that it's really unique, and then it's already like professional hockey. But I remember we had this one tournament on my second year in high school. I tore down my ligaments on my left ankle, and then problems started from that. And I was already talking with one team in North American Hockey League, which is probably the second best junior hockey league in the whole America. But they were telling me, because you were injured and there's younger people, because when I graduated I was 18 and I had 1 year left to play junior hockey. Younger people, they might not even go to high school. They might play junior hockey and then study remotely. So they told me that this is like too big, like how you say it, like risky.
Yeah.
Which is like a risk, like too big risk for them, because younger people are coming. Like if you get injured, then it's a shit show. And, so I wasn't able to go there. But then I find from EHL, which is the Eastern Hockey League, I found a new team. They just started the team. Wish the Railers was the name, and they have ECHL team, which is then there's NHL, AHL, American Hockey League, and then there's ECHL, which is East Coast Hockey League. So they actually have an East Coast Hockey League team, which is a professional team. But now they started build up like a junior hockey team. And I went there, and it was nice because it was in Worcester, which is second biggest city in Boston, or in the Massachusetts area after Boston.
So it was never heard.
Yeah,
it was something.
So it's nice to stay close by where I was. I graduated from Winchendon, which is in Massachusetts, and then this place is close to our school. So it's nice. I have friends over there already, and I kind of knew the city and places. So it was easy, for me to go there. And I was 1 year there. 1 year there. I took sometimes over there with our coaches. We have like a lot of talking each other because I felt sometimes like now things are going south. Like this is not the way to do. And I asked for a trade at one point. But then we were able to settle everything, and I continued there. But I have to say one really funny story over there. Our general manager, rest in peace, he's not with us anymore, unfortunately. His name was Big Mike. He's some super famous guy for in ice hockey, and he was our manager. And I remember we lost this one game. It was like a tight game. We lost like 3-2 or 4-3, something like that, or 2-1. And he comes to the locker room. He kicks out our coaches, and he comes there alone. And then I remember he started walking around the locker room like this. And I remember there was this one first guy his name was Saunders, and he told him like, "Saunders, are you adopted?" I'm like, "No, coach. What do you mean?" "Your parents work so hard outside and do everything for you that you can play hockey, but you don't do shit on the ice." And they were like, he didn't really know what to say. Like, "I'm sorry, I suck at this game," or something like this. "I'm sorry." And then Big Mike continued to walk, and he was walking past everyone, and he was like, "You suck."
Something slightly negative to everybody.
Yeah. I'm like, "I don't know what you're even doing here. You're enough. Don't even talk about it." He comes to me and he was like, "Mission Finland." I'm like, "Yes, coach. You're not even able to catch an STD." I started laughing. What is so funny? Nothing, coach, nothing.
It's true, Big Mike.
Everyone were holding their breath, like they were laughing so hard. And immediately when he left, everyone killed,
Saved the kind of a good one for you.
Yeah. It was funny. But even though he was kind of like an asshole multiple times, I remember after the year, for example, he told me that, "Remember when I chirp you and stuff like this? I want to see how you react, and you react exactly how you should."
Also
the old school way.
And also I think even though you don't need to be like bad guy to do that, but also because you are building these guys, and many of the guys who play on this level, probably everybody has a dream to play in NHL.
Exactly.
And there is going to be media, there is going to be guys who are going to talk to shit to you, they try to push you, they try to kind of make you break and make mistakes,
Exactly. And that league where we played, mostly it's fun. It's funny in America. There's not really like Division 2 hockey. It's only D1 and D3. I don't know what the name is. Not D2 hockey. It's D3 and D1. And basically, some people were able to go from the Eastern Hockey League to D1, but basically mostly everyone went to D3 schools over there, which is it's good hockey as well, especially if you're in Boston area, Massachusetts. It's a super good hockey, and you get good education. You have good majors there and everything. And then I played a year over there, and I find a place called Finlandia University, which is kind of fun.
But is it up in the north of Boston area?
In north, it's in the East Coast. It's in Michigan.
No, Michigan, yeah.
It's in Michigan. Unfortunately, I guess now it's got like bankrupt or something.
I have even seen the news, but I think there was some injection of money. So because there is also Finnish people living in states who has money, and it was ridiculous. They were missing like 20,000 or something. And
exactly.
There is a big community, so.
Like back in the days, there was like a lot of Finnish miners who went to Michigan for mining. I guess gold, I believe.
I don't know.
Different things. But it was funny over there in college. So I was the name was Finlandia University. I lived there. I was there only half a year.
Okay.
So then it comes to the 3.5 years in America, because I wasn't sure if I feel I will find a place where to play. Maybe I don't continue anymore. Let's see what's going to happen. But then I went there, and it was like the hockey season just started, and there was already like senior goalies who were graduating. So that's basically the rule set over there. If you see,
they are playing.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they want to provide a possibility to them to play professional hockey. Because it's the last
moment to kind of shine.
Exactly, to get committed to professional hockey. Because if you get committed to professional hockey, it's a really good thing for schools. Yeah. Because then it's like in the CV, it's a really good thing.
Oh yeah, because we built this player and now he plays.
Exactly. So you should come to our program. We're going to build you as a good player. So I was there. It was funny. There was for example, our gym name was Timo Jutila Center, I think was the name. There was like Finland. Timo Jutila is the old school hockey player. There was like Paavo Nurmi Center.
Paavo Nurmi and Timo Jutila, compared to these guys, it's like,
It's so funny. This is like a Finnish inside joke.
This is Finnish inside joke, so nyrillataan.
Yeah, nyrillataan, exactly.
But anyway, yeah.
So I was there at the half, like the full season, but half a year.
Yeah.
Because of it, there's the same thing, this fall season, and then. But in the fall season in college, because you have only one major sport, then you don't have to do anything over there. You can just relax and do whatever you want. Normally if you have a chance, we skated somewhere like privately. Okay. Obviously we work out over there, and then just hang out and partied a little bit stuff like this. And so yeah, I was there the half a year. I was planning to go back there, but there was some talking because there is some incident happened over there, and I was kind of pissed about it. Nothing like against the school. It was just some people, because there's some people. It was weird because in Boston area, people were so nice. They always were able to, because I love the American like a culture about it, that when you have a community, the community takes care of each other, like really well. But I feel like in Michigan, like they chirp you, for example, because a foreigner student from foreign country, you're from there. For example, me in Finland. Like one time I said something that, that girl could sit on my face. She's so hot. What? You said shit on your face? No, shit. Not shit. Stuff like this. I'm like, keep your mouth shut or I'm gonna knock you down. Like these kind of things. Chirping all the time. And it wasn't like any just like funny chirp. Yeah. It was always things like if I said something, they were like, oh, you meant like this. I'm like, no.
They took it in the wrong way on purpose.
On purpose, all the time. All the time, and not obviously there was good guys as well, but it's like the same thing. Like everywhere you go, there's a good and bad guys.
Yeah, but the percentage of the assholes were higher in Michigan than in Boston.
Boston, for sure. And I think it's a competitive edge is a little bit more over there because now we are closer actually to maybe play professional hockey. Yeah. Or if you're not able to go anywhere from there, then it's end. Then you can just play for fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I came back from there to Finland, and I was talking with my coaches and with Big Mike back then that I probably would like to go to different school because our team wasn't that good, and I felt like there was like the team wasn't like a team. There was like Canadians were there, Finland were there, Americans were there.
Like small different groups, not like we are a unit.
Yeah. Like one time I remember I didn't play a single game on that first year when I went for the half a year. But I remember after one game, I just stood up in the locker room and I said like, guys, you have to understand, you have to play for the logo on the front, not for the name on the back. Like, honestly, I can't say anything. I haven't played a single game, but this is actually something that it looks like you are doing now.
Yeah. How did they react?
I mean, they didn't really say anything. Coach liked it, obviously, a lot. But I think some guys thought that I just want to like...
Yeah, and give me the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah.
No, but I know you, so you probably did it.
Because
you wanted the best for them, and you want to just wake the team up a little bit.
Because when the team actually like works and does well, then the individuals comes up as well.
Exactly. Mainly you need to play for the team, and then you can shine. It's not an individual sport.
Exactly. It's team sport. So.
But So
I came back to Finland, and I found a new place to come back to Boston area to Framingham. I think was the university name. And I already talked with the coach, and this was during end of August, when I was talking with our new coach from Framingham. And we agreed that, okay, tomorrow I will send all the paperwork and the necessary things that the school needs from me. And we're like, okay, tomorrow I will send it to you. And during this time, my brother was visiting our summer cottage in Finland, in Etelä-Pohjanmaa, with his family. And my brother, he plays this, not anymore that much, but disc golf, the frisbee golf. Yeah. And we agreed that we will go to the next morning after my phone call, the next day that I should do all the paperwork, that we go in the morning, we go throw some discs. We went to throw. I remember I threw the first disc like this. I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw one more, and I'm going to like take a little bit like harder steps and run a little bit faster to get a little bit farther.
But that was, in your mind, that was the last throw.
Yeah. And I started doing it, and I threw it, and I slipped. I landed on my ankle. My
injured leg.
And my ankle turned 90 degrees like this over here. And I was like, oh, now it's happened bad. And then my brother was like, what's going on? Like,
and you felt it immediately?
Yeah, I thought first my shin bone got like broke, like totally. The pressure was so horrendous on here, and the pop was so loud. So loud. So basically after that, I just called the coach, like, I just broke my leg. So.
And because the timing is crucial now, it's basically the American dream in this sense. It was end of that. Exactly. How do you were able to mentally handle that?
I mean, honestly, during that moment when it happened, I was just laughing. I'm like, this can't be real. Yeah. Like I have been like stupid things and different like dangerous things, and nothing really happened. And then
and because it's not your fault. There's nothing that you can do for an accident.
And then you throw a fucking piece of like plastic and you break your ankle. Then it's like, but obviously, it's funny, like nothing really broke, it just got loose. But I believe it got loose because, like I said before,
you had the injury there before, it was after that.
Yeah, the ligaments, they were not strong, so they probably gave up a little bit easier, which is kind of, I think, good thing that they gave up, because if they would have, then probably my shin bone would be broken or something else more worse. But then I got the surgery from that, and then I still have an idea that maybe I play. Maybe I play, but then because at that time I was like 21 already, and I was actually thinking that maybe now is the time to think about something else. What I'm going to do.
Yeah, because still you're young, you can still think about, but it must be hard because that's been your fucking goal for many years, and then you need to accept the fact that random event basically just took your kind of moment. Yeah,
honestly, first I was more than okay that it's done now, because I have always wanted to train like jiu-jitsu and martial arts. So then I decided like, now I'm going to train, like this is my, like the first chapter ended now, and now the new chapter starts. Beautiful. One door closes, other door opens.
And we learn from these events, and we learn, and it's a mental, it builds you mentally. And of course, what we can do, of course we cannot start, okay, I'm going to give up everything, I'm going to start to, drink and do some stupid stuff, but it was a great way how
and then I actually, after that, like when I was able to walk again and step on the skates, I started teaching.
Nice. You told me about it. You have done like high level guys.
Oh yeah, NHL guys. It was super nice. Like I was doing like I took part to the camps during the summer with like little kids. We have like a big camps, over 300 kids over there. Then we had like a private ice session with professional goalies, and then I did strength and conditioning, and then I did for NHL players, goalies mostly. Or only goalies. I did like a technical training, like on off ice. Like we threw balls. We have ping pong balls. There's numbers, and you have to call the numbers, and different like classes where the lights are like on the other side going like this, and you have to close your other eye and then catch it. And
super interesting.
Yeah, like
specific for because there is fucking black pucks coming super fast, so you need to reaction.
Exactly, because more your eyes can work, the easier it will come to you to catch the puck on the ice. So I continue to do that, but then obviously my major was international business administration in college when I started there, and I was wondering maybe maybe I should, finish this. Maybe I should do this. And I started to do that in Estonia Business School.
Okay.
But they had a campus in Finland, in Jätkäsaari. So I was able to get in there, and I was able to continue my major there. I was there for like a year, but then I really started to think like I love sports. I need something else.
Yeah.
Like school has been like great, but it always comes like along with
sports
the
has always been kind of number one.
Yeah.
And whatever the sport is, like pushing yourself, doing physical things.
Exactly.
And now it should be like, I'm only going to study, maybe I train once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
So you really enjoyed that.
Yeah, exactly. So then I think what I want to do, like, and I got a little bit interested after my injury about the injuries on the legs and stuff like this. So I tried to get to the physiotherapy school.
Yeah.
And I got like this, like a backup list.
Okay.
Like if someone not take their spot, maybe then I get in. And then I didn't get in, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take classes and I will become personal trainer.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then rest is history, and now we're here. It's been a great journey, but when you ask about that, how we're able to handle like when the hockey stopped, first it was okay, but then afterwards it came like
because then you kind of then it becomes real, and it's like it's when something big, for example, of course I was not a professional football player or anything. I played low leagues, but I was really good in my level. But I stopped when I was 30, because in my mind it was like I need to be making it in something before I'm 30. And when the 30 hit, and I was still playing like third division or something, and I quit. And I was like, first I was nice, I can eat whatever, I will enjoy it. But after that I feel so empty. Exactly. Like I was like, what's defining me?
Exactly.
Like, because you are not playing sports, and that's whatever you do outside of the field. I was already doing like stupid stuff when I was playing football, but still in my mind, in my core, I was a football player.
Exactly.
Like that defined me.
Exactly.
Like I play soccer. That's it.
Yeah.
And when that leaves, it's like what defines me now?
Exactly. It like I would say probably a year and a half. After a year and a half, it hit me like, because I have always have purpose behind of training. That you have like the competitive edge that okay, you will train for this. There's going to be the championship. You train for that. You want to play. You play hockey because you want to get better, and the main goal is win the league championship.
Of course. And
then you just went to the gym, and obviously it's a good purpose that you get you're healthy, but you have to have some kind of goal.
Exactly.
Like, and I don't mean you have to like. You have a 60 centimeter.
No,
like
exactly.
biceps.
But like goal to do something with the skill set. Not only like my goal is to become big enough. Okay, so good for you, but it's hard. It's not the kind of.
And I started to actually realize that I have lost kind of like my competitive mindset.
Oh yeah.
Like it was okay that if I don't really win, obviously it's healthy to not get mad. But like I like figure out like I felt like I don't have like the the fire anymore. What the fuck? I'm going to go and win. Yeah. So when I had my first tournament, or like the Gi and No Gi tournament in Malaga, when I came back from there, then the new fire opened. I'm like, if I do things correctly, my cardio is on point, I'm in good shape, I will do pretty well, hopefully. I will give everything, because I just went there to see and feel and, stuff
I remember
like
it was, you went there a little bit like, okay, let's see what happened, but you did great.
So it was, so after that, it kind of like opened my mindset again.
Yeah.
Still, it's not there yet, but I think now, because I'm trying to now train every day, every day, on and off the mats, and get my cardio up.
And you're still 26, and you're now, you're halfway or blue, and in your skill set, you're very good. So you're hard round. You're very hard round for me also, and you kind of control your weight nicely, and so we are in the right path. But okay, let's start to talk about this. So. Jiu-Jitsu training, when you started to train with us, how do you feel it? Was it easier because you're a former athlete, or did you, but your background, because you have been doing Jiu-Jitsu before and everything, but what was the hardest part when you started to train with us, and what was the kind of the best part?
I think the hardest part was like, actually like, use techniques, like a different techniques, not just like
not just muscle through,
use actually like techniques. But I think what really helped me from the beginning was like my mobility, because obviously I was a goalie,
You move
I
very
think
nicely.
I have like some kind of like good genetics.
Yeah.
Genetics. How you say genetics?
Genetics.
Genetics. Yeah,
Massachusetts.
genetics. It's like a Massachusetts.
I have a great genetics from Massachusetts.
Exactly. So good genetics for that. Genetics. I can still. Okay. Let's move on.
You know what it is.
So I have pretty good mobility. Like obviously, if I don't stretch, I will get a little bit stiffer. But immediately when I start stretching again, my body kind of like open up, and it's easy to maintain the good mobility because I did for hockey, I did mobility train. I was mobility coach as well over there.
Exactly. So it has been
helps.
part of
that helps a lot. But I remember like first time like Tristan or someone who I was able to roll with, and then like you were not able to do anything.
Yeah.
Like even though I'm probably like I have more mass, a little bit than someone else, but the smaller guy like it's like it's so humbling.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's really like,
and it's and it's everybody for the same, even these days. But it's also the process of jiu-jitsu. There's two different kind of people. Number one, first people like group A, they train jiu-jitsu, and they are like everybody's gonna beat them, and they're like, oh, this is fascinating. I want to learn it. And then there's group B who tried once, and they're like their ego, they're like, I can't handle the idea that these guys are beating me, they're smaller, they're weaker, and now I need to train years to get there.
Absolutely.
But it's not for everybody, and not everybody has the discipline and the mindset, but you had and you have been gaining skill set very fast. Of course it helps to be talented athlete in body-wise, but I think it's still more related also in your mind. How do you, because this is one against one, and how do you cope this? And I think it's great to see that also we're building your mindset as a martial artist, as becoming a better man. And I think because you have been teaching also in ice hockey goalies, I don't think it's a weird idea to think about let's say when you get your purple, which is actually pretty close. So then you should be starting to teach something, jiu-jitsu wise.
It would be great. Like I have a low key, I've been thinking that it would be nice at some point.
You have all the abilities. Of course, there's a lot of teachers. Everybody can teach. But what I'm looking for teachers is that they care, they engage, and they are there for the students. I'm not here when I'm teaching. I'm not here for me. I don't think what is best for me. I want to train this and this because I want to. No, I'm there for my students, and you have this. And that's sorry to say in top of it, but this is what I love you about, like no homo, but this is what I exactly meant. Like I remember first time when I saw you and I met you and I came to the first class, you get like a feeling as a student that you are actually trying to really, you are not just here to train, you are here to help, which is super cool. And it's a different, it's every sport, whatever you do, if you feel your coach is actually like Santeri and everyone here are, they really want to push you forward. And it's super nice. It helps a lot. I think, and that's why I think we have a so good gym here. We have amazing, and we have such a versatile gym. There is a lot of different stuff, but everybody is happy. There is no training with bad vibe in this gym.
Exactly.
I have been training thousands of trainings here, and I have never been. Sometimes, of course, there's good trainings. Sometimes there's bad trainings, but never like bad vibe or anything. There is always, we train pretty hard. But I think also it's the location, because we are in the center of Costa del Sol, hotspot for European tourism. So
for sure.
A lot of people and a lot of visitors. So we see every day. For example, today I'm training. There's these two guys I've never seen him before.
Exactly. Yeah.
No idea. But hey, welcome. And the other guy, he didn't have gi pants to fit, so he was with spats and upper body and the white belt. So hey, welcome.
Oh, and absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just join the mats. Yeah.
But I think you should be starting to do it. And because I started to teach, actually I started to help my coach when I was a 3-stripe white belt.
Okay.
But I refused to teach anything because he asked me to keep the class when I was a 3-stripe white belt, and I was like, man, I don't feel comfortable. Then he said to me something that I remember always: teach the stuff that you know. Okay, I know scissor sweep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a scissor sweep.
Exactly.
So then it starts and still these days I don't try to teach anything that I don't know. So for example, some kind of a complicated heel hook entries, it's not my game.
Yeah,
I try to prevent the guys to getting those entries, but I cannot teach them because I'm not good at it. And I don't try to pretend like, okay, I'm a black belt. Yeah, of course No. We are not masters of all areas. But I think you should be definitely starting to teach jiu-jitsu because you have this calm way and you understand the movements. And more importantly, you can explain why this works, why it doesn't work. So.
And I think it's funny, like through that, like I have like a genetics fire.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Oh, my brother's in Boston.
Because I have the mobility and everything. I feel like in jiu-jitsu, like when I started, like obviously like using the technique is hard, but I felt like the motion, like if you go this way, this is probably the right way to go.
Yeah, you understand already the directions a little bit.
Kind of. And then you just try things, and if they don't work, you don't do it anymore. If they work, maybe you do it again. And I watch a lot of videos, like that sort of thing. And then,
what kind of videos do you watch? Do you watch like everything, or do you have like a favorite instructors, or just
everything?
Yeah, depending on your mood.
Yeah, because I feel like more you are able to see from different people, more you learn, kind of, because everyone are unique, individual ones, and I always watch the videos, close my eyes and try to be in the moment and really think about okay, this arm goes here, this one goes here, and what is the main steps.
That's great because I read this study, and actually what did they do? They had two groups. So group number one was having barbells, and group number two didn't have a barbells. Group number one was doing, let's say, 30 repetitions a day, barbells like this, pump, 1 month. And the group number two, they were not doing the barbells or dumbbells, but they were laying down and thinking about doing them, like mental training. I'm lifting the barbells. And the group one, I'm gonna make it straight. So group one, let's say they were able to gain like 5 centimeters of muscle.
Yeah.
And the group B, which didn't do any repetitions, only mental, they were able to do 30% of the group one's muscle gain.
Imagine.
Without doing any repetitions.
It's insane.
So the mental training, going through the moves, it works. And can you imagine you can build your muscle with fucking mental. It's insane. Yeah. And even in jiu-jitsu, because it's repetition. So I believe like most of the training actually happens somewhere else than here. Yeah. This is only maybe 2 hours a day.
Absolutely.
But like going through the techniques, and I love the idea that you told like you go through the repetitions in your mind. Yeah. And even in your mind sometimes when I go through my repetition, like, fuck, I did something wrong.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm like, what is this? And then you just keep, there is one leg or whatever.
And I try to many times to do before I go to bed, because before you go to sleep, that's like, I have heard like that's the best time when you remember everything.
And you know what? Because just before falling in the dream, because I have had these massive moments in my life, like 2 or 3 times I have been really stuck with my career and with my relationships and everything. And when I get the idea that changed everything, has happened to me always just before I go to sleep.
Right.
Like I have been like this, I'm laying down, almost when I fell asleep, and I just, boom, the idea comes in my head, and I'm like this. While I come into my social media, whatever it is, like big decisions in my life, and that moment, and I'm like, and then I started to Google it, and there is this some kind of a moment just before you get sleep, your mind gets some kind of activated. But there is something. But jiu-jitsu guys, this is, this is also the reason why you are becoming really good and really fast. And this is a great ability also, if you're going to start to teach, we go through it, and you know how I teach, like we go step by step, and because I truly believe that breaking these techniques down is a great way to learn to do it, because then if it doesn't work, then you can see which part is not working. Yeah. So we break it down, so we learn the technique, and then we use a lot of positional sparring to try it, a little bit like now they call it ecological training. I don't know. I call it positional sparring or positional games, whatever it is. But I think what is your number one technique at the moment? It's the takedown, motherfucker. No, is it?
Maybe that double. I don't know. But what is the? I don't know. I don't really know.
Tell me your favorite attack from the back.
From the back, I would probably, if a gi on, I would go probably bow and arrow.
Yeah, nice.
Probably. But I like to do on the turtle. I try to do the helicopter choke and then rolling bow and arrow.
It's actually nasty, the helicopter choke.
Because like today we were sparring, and I tried to do the helicopter choke, and then I really get locked up. But I was able to lock up like a back triangle from the behind. So every day.
This is great. And actually, I need to tell the story to people. So actually, I was training with Topias I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, I found this technique called caveman necktie. It's slow and Simers, or however you call it, the name. It's
it's almost 2 years ago.
It's so long time. Okay,
ago.
so this guy is a Keenan Cornelius black belt. So he's in a turtle. I have a head and armpit grip like this, and I put my shin against the neck, and then I swing this leg over the back, and I kind of sit, and there comes the choke. So this kind of caveman necktie. And I was training with Topias, and I was teaching actually the technique to him, and I was going through like this amazing technique, and sometimes I was swinging the leg over, and I landed, and I'm like, this is great technique. And then you asked me like, why don't you when you are here, why don't you just put your foot on my hip?
Yeah,
I was like, very fucking good question.
Yeah.
And then I tried it once, and I said, congratulations, you just taught me something, and since that day, I have been using the same technique with the foot on the hip. And you remember, we even came up this, if they react, this Dars variation when they roll or something like that. And actually,
it was actually anaconda. You can go straight to anaconda.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, I filmed this technique to my instructor number 3, Chokes and More for BJJ Fanatics, and I teach it on the way how you taught it.
That's cool.
But I love the idea because I'm just a fucking white belt who never gave up. And I love the idea that, I'm always the student also. Wherever I am, even though if I'm teaching, if somebody asks me a question, I really take it in and try to see if there is possibilities. And this was a great example. Yeah. I was open-minded, you say something, and I was like, okay. And then we started to do it, and I felt like, wow.
Yeah, I remember the situation was like, it just somehow my feet just came.
Exactly, you saw it like it was natural. Why don't you just... Yeah. And I was like, it didn't even cross my mind.
It's so weird, like how different some people see it. Like it's so different, like the learning process. Some people learn when they see something. Someone have to touch.
Yep.
Someone had to do something else. Here maybe or whatever it is. It's interesting. Like in jiu-jitsu, like there's multiple techniques, but there can be little things you do a little bit different, or you can see this one and other one don't see this, but they see this one, but you don't see this one.
That's why it's I think it's so hooking, because that journey, the process never ends if you don't let it end. Yeah. Like you need to always be thinking about, we are in this eternal journey of learning with jiu-jitsu. I believe like I'm a black belt. I don't think that I know basically a shit. I have been doing this pretty long, and I know something, but I still feel like I'm in the beginning of learning jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
but it's also because it's enjoyable, the process, when you think about like this, like always, like I'm excited about every training to learn something new. Let's talk about your first jiu-jitsu competition. It was the Malaga.
It was Kimura Cup in Madrid.
Yeah, that was the first one. Nervous? How was the before when you started to prepare? How you handle it? Were you stressful? Were you thinking about, fuck, if they're gonna beat me fast, I'm gonna be ridiculous?
Well, first of all, I went out week before, and I feel like I had a
John Jones style.
I still had a hangover until Wednesday, even though I was training the whole week.
But you can feel it, man.
Yeah. I did I just gave myself this thought that I just go there. I just want to feel like how is jiu-jitsu competition, because it's the first time I go there. I just want to see how it feels like, and what is Madrid as a city? It's beautiful. I want to see the place. Yeah. I remember the gi was the first matches that started in the tournament, and we had a lot of people fighting there. I think we had some super fights.
Yeah, there was team were going there, and now we have been doing a lot of the Kimura Cups with super fights, and always a big team. But
I remember the first fight or match got delayed for almost 2 hours. And I was already warmed up. I go back and forth, with my heartbeat and everything. And then I remember suddenly, I started to feel so bad, so sick. Like the adrenaline just
dipped
it down. It went so low, and I started I barely can see anything. I'm like, what's going on? Is this like a heart attack or what's going on? And then I tried to eat banana and some they had in the venue, they had this energy gel that you can eat.
Yeah.
I tried to use that one as well. Nothing really helped, and I remember then they called on the mat something, and then my name oh shit, here we go.
Fucking go time.
Go time. I went there. I remember Sander was actually on my kind of like corner.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was coaching me there, and he said
great.
something, and I turned like this, and I saw him with two people, like
Oh,
two
double.
person.
You see him
as a
double, yeah. Oof.
I'm like, what is going on? Like, because I would accept this if I would be nervous, but
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like, what is going on? Okay,
Yeah.
I won the first match by points.
Yeah.
But I was so tired. My heartbeat was probably almost in 200
Yeah.
beats per minute, and I wasn't able to bring it down.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like, I think there was like 10 minutes or something, below 10 minutes, and the second
Yeah.
fight started, and
Yeah.
I was just so tired. I didn't have any power left.
Yeah.
I wasn't like able to do. I lost by points the second
Yeah.
one. I was so pissed at myself at that point because like I was so mad about the cardio kind of, but at the same time, because it got delayed and I tried to get my adrenaline high and everything.
Yeah.
I think that took some damage as well, like affected as well. But then the no-gi started, and I got the first match I won by points. Second one I got like pretty fast guillotine submission, and then it was the semi-final match. I was already leading by 5 points.
Oh,
By 5 points, and we were in close guard. I was on the top, and I didn't even have to do anything. Sander was probably like yelling to me, like, "Don't do anything stupid, just stay there." And I remember my father was, I saw the video afterwards. He was like filming. He said, "You're leading by 5 points, like just stay there," or something like this. And I tried to do something really stupid. Like he had like, I think he had like a one butterfly hook in, and I tried to like on the close, like a jump over his.
Yeah, small back step and go past.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was able to sweat me, and he mounted me.
Ooh.
And I lost by 1 point.
Oh man!
I was going to finals. That was like, I was going to the finals. But then there was like a third, the third for the bronze medal, for the bronze medal, and I won that one. So we got bronze there.
But you still remember that fucking. But I think it's a great to accept these kind of lessons, especially in the competitions. I remember I had my second competition. I have only had 4 competitions because I don't have the burn. I was competing hundreds of times wrestling when I was a kid, but I did 4 times because I just wanted to try it. I remember I had the guy like 3 minutes. I was staying on top. I had the kimura on, but I couldn't finish it, and I ended up lost by advantage. I had no idea. I was so angry, and then I decided, I'm not gonna fucking lose one kimura anymore in my life, and now I'm pretty good at kimura.
Exactly.
So, so, but it's like, especially when you fucked up something in a competition, it really stays in your mind, and you are kind of.
And I remember already, like after like the second no-gi match, Santeri already told me like, take time, like you don't have to rush.
Yeah,
if you have a good position, just stay there. You don't have to rush anything.
Exactly. Because you don't need to. You are winning the match. Let the guy does his desperate moves, but you wanted to like you lead 5-0. You want to do a couple of more goals.
And exactly. But that was the time, like after the tournament, immediately I felt, okay, there's a couple of things now that I know.
Yeah.
This is like playing shock.
Yep.
Back and forth. You have to find, to get the checkmate.
Exactly, and it's also like...
You have to think all the time. Be, tranquilo, don't be so like energetic and go all over the place. Be more in the motion, and if you have a good position, stay there.
Yeah.
And then one thing that listen and take maybe a look a couple times. What is the points? What do you like? What is the score?
Yeah.
Because I didn't were able to watch anything. I was just on
you're just focusing on
tunnel vision.
But hey, first competition, it still went good, and we learned it. What was the second one? Was the second one the Malaga?
No, I haven't actually competed after that.
Okay, because I remember perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But I think you should do it at some point also. Because
That's like that. I have a future plan that if some point I would love to compete.
And now actually the Kimura Cup is gonna launch tomorrow, like the upcoming schedule and everything, and because we're gonna probably be in all the events in a pretty big team. So let's see. And also maybe if you can have like a couple of months of good training, end of January, Europeans, big show.
Exactly,
big
that would be amazing. Because now I have decided like already this is now the second week of this like new program. That avoiding sugars, like sleeping well, eat good food, and try to train every day.
Good. By the way, talking about food, so now you have been adapting more strict diet and everything. Like how do you feel? How's your body? What you are eating at the moment? And
basically, I'm still eating like different sources of protein, but mostly chicken and you know red meat.
Yeah.
Red meat. Not ground beef that much. I would love because in Lidl you can get so good like cheap like steaks which are actually like good. So mostly like chicken breast,
Nice.
Steak, and maybe sometimes some type of sauce. Maybe sometimes, but but I like to like cycle like obviously you need carbohydrates a lot, but I like to cycle them. Like maybe I want to put more carbs before and after training. You know, to cycle them a little bit because I feel then my body is like adapting pretty well and it's working because then other day the carbs are here and then here and you know it goes a little back and forth. Obviously you need a lot of like carbs because
carb is the fuel. Carb is the base. I tried the low carb diet for a while, like actually maybe 1 month ago, and I was eating a lot of protein and I did carbs super low. My energy levels. Excellent. Now I just started to full grain rice again, and I just because look at what we do, and I'm skinny anyway. So if I don't eat any carbs, it's just not. Exactly. But what kind of carbs and how we eat them? Do you take any supplements?
I do take creatine, and then I think it's a TMA, which is like helps you to sleep a little bit better, and then multivitamins.
Okay.
Because it's easy for me to get the multivitamin because you get almost everything with the 2 pills. So it's good, and try to drink a lot of water. Sometimes you forget because there's different options that you can drink, but waters and then isotonic drinks I try to like use during the training because and electrolytes for that.
Because we don't sweat only water.
Exactly.
We sweat
But I think I have to. I love fruits. Like I eat kiwis, watermelons a lot.
And seasonal fruits here. Come on, man! Now honey melons and everything. It's so good here.
And when the mangoes
are the best in the world. I let the mango ripe on the table. Like it's super soft. Then I put it on the fridge for 1 day, and then I make it cubes on the night. And I'm like I didn't even need to bite. You just close your mouth and it melts in your mouth. It's the best treat in the world. Like
it's so
ripe mango.
Exactly. That's what I love about Spain. Like the quality of food is
because they grow. So good. I believe like if I want to change the world in the way like I don't think the best idea is that I'm eating tofu, which is bring from fucking Japan.
Exactly.
I think the best one is I'm eating something that is local here.
Exactly.
Okay, the eggs are from here, the meat is from here. Everything is grown in 20 kilometers where I live. I think that's the great way, and you can do it here.
Exactly, local olive oil.
Oh man,
it's so good. It's so different than you take from Finland, for example, the rainbow. Rainbow, local, cheapest olive oil you can find.
It's a little bit different.
Tastes like shit.
I know. It's different. What is your traditional Spanish food that you really like? Do you like paella or tapas or fish?
I think gambas pilpil.
And everybody has their own way. Like it's like you never know what kind of a gambas pilpil is. So gambas pilpil is it's like garlic shrimps. Cooked in oil, this kind of a clay pot. So I love it also, but sometimes it's good, sometimes. But when it's well made, man.
It's good, but when it's bad, it's pretty bad.
Even here they use sometimes frozen shrimps or whatever, so you can. And
you feel sometimes even the grease is it's kind of like it tastes so bad. It's
they might use old oils or whatever.
It's not fresh. It's not fresh.
What is your cheat meals? What is your if you decide okay, today I can eat whatever I want? What is your favorite? Pizza, kebab?
I would honestly probably go for sushi buffet.
Sushi,
I love food in total, everything. But my favorite food, if I could actually eat it, I could eat sushi every day.
And it's pretty healthy. As a fast, rice, and when it's well made, it's.
And things like you have seaweed and rice, and then you can make these little packages, and then you eat them. You can put fish inside, salmon, whatever you want. I think that's. But obviously, burgers. And sometimes good steak with good very nice sauce or something on the side.
Good steak and it doesn't feel like you are cheating. It's not a cheat meal, but sometimes good steak. I wanted to eat steak now because I started thinking about it. But good steak, and actually in Marina there is really good steak places.
Okay,
it's pretty expensive, But again, if you buy really high quality meat and it's like a peppercorn steak.
Oh yeah. And honestly, one couple times I've been eating Thai food as a cheat meal, and I love Thai food. Thai food.
When they make it, it's. I remember actually, I have been in Thailand one time. I remember I was with my ex-girlfriend, and we were wondering. We went watch Muay Thai matches, and then we went to the streets. And I was super hungry, and the guy was one random guy came out. Are you looking for something? I said, yeah, I'm looking for some place to eat. And he said, look, come with me. And my girlfriend, no. I said, yes, of course, because I'm like, I'm a yes man. Yes. So then we started to walk, and this guy took us to the bowling alley, empty bowling alley. Nobody was there. I was like, fuck, what is happening
What's going
here?
on? Yeah.
And my girlfriend was, let's go. I said, no, we're gonna sit there. And the same guy who brought us in. Yeah. He was a waiter. So he came like, so what do you want? I said, yeah, I would like maybe sing a beer and some. I was a little bit drunk, so I was like, give me something chicken, but make it really hot.
Thai spicy, exactly.
And we were in the empty bowling alley, which was weird. Imagine. And then they bring the food, and it was ridiculous.
It's so good.
Now my girlfriend was laughing because I started to eat it. It was great, but it was so hot, and I was just sweating, and I was eating, and it was. What an experience.
I remember there's this like a green curry, which is like a huge thing, red curry. I think the normal spicy level is like 1 chili or 2 chilies, but Thai spice is like 11 of those chilies. Like
and can you imagine, I went there full of, Finnish attitude. I said, bring me some chicken, make it hot. Exactly. Like, make it hot, I know my thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was, and I remember I asked the guy, my girlfriend asked the waiter, can you bring me some white rice? My boyfriend is dying here. And he brought the white rice, and I took it with the spoon like this. And I said, I remember, it doesn't help at all.
Something else.
The sauce was, I was crying.
It's ridiculous.
It doesn't help at all. Yeah. I was complaining, but
it's weird how good they can handle heat on the food.
But Thai food is amazing. Also, do you like Indian?
I do like, but I low-key like more like, what is the other? It's like similar, not Malaysian food, but this...
Indonesia, Filipinos?
No, it's not Indian food, but the other country. What is this? It's basically the same thing, non
Lebanese?
No, it's not Lebanese. Fuck, how I can remember now.
No, what is?
There's almost, in Finland, there's always, there's 2 like Indian restaurant and then this other one. They're basically the same.
Okay.
Oh, I don't remember, but they're almost the same kind of things, like naan bread and then different kind of like a chicken meals. So.
Yeah. What is your favorite pizza? You're from Finland, so what about pineapple in pizza?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
When we get now to the pineapple, I would honestly say this. Pineapples and anchovies on pizza.
Well, get out of here.
Salty and sweet works every time.
Anchovies. I'm going to go with blue cheese. Anchovies. Good. Oh, man. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I need to try.
If you go sometime, you go to Malaga and you go to shopping center. What was the name of the place? The big outside mall.
The Plaza Mayor.
Plaza Mayor. And you go to Five Guys. Actually, in Marbella, they have in...
I've been in Five Guys.
Five Guys. Take there as a dessert. Take a vanilla shake. With bacon.
Ooh.
Sweet and salty. It sounds pretty, some people think it's bad, but it's a small pieces of bacon.
Yeah, and kind of way because I love that. Actually, what I'm going to do is, what I need to do is someday, we're going to go try it and I'm going to make a video of it. Yeah. Because then the first bite, I love the idea. And especially when you take something that is unhealthy, it doesn't matter. Like when it's fucking bacon and shake. And Five Guys, even the fries and burgers are nice.
It's like in America, the Five Guys was place to go.
Oh, okay.
It was always number 1 where we went.
Yeah, and it very recently came here, and I don't know, Finland they probably have it now. But here also, like a couple of years ago, I remember it came to first, I think, in Plaza Mayor, and I went to try it, and it was because it's the place that the burger actually doesn't feel like it's mass-produced.
Exactly.
They come in a foil, and you can see the process, and it's like
the patties are actually like good patties.
Yeah, and I remember the Coke machines and the soda machines there. Yeah. I've never seen it like this. There is like 25 different Coca-Colas.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I did the same when we did when we were a kid in Finland. I don't know, maybe you did the same. Like, we do a little bit everything. And of course it tastes like shit, but
But you have to do it.
I wanted to do it.
More flavors you can mix, the better. The more tough guy you were, or like better.
I don't know. I just wanted to. I was over 40 when I went there first time. I was super excited. I was like, wow, like cherry, vanilla, banana, cocoa, whatever. But there's like 25 different, and I was super happy.
And now it's cool though. Nowadays that they are sugar free as well.
Oh,
so there's not like filled with sugar. So it's nice that little bit,
Yeah, and sometimes when you go there, and because I don't.
But when you have the original like cold original Coke in the glass bottle.
Yeah. That's the
best. My God.
And the small bottle, we call them bullets. Like 25 milliliters.
Yeah.
Plucks.
Exactly. The same thing with the beer, the small ones, you open them and...
Bullets.
Exactly.
Yeah. Keep them cold, honey, keep them coming.
Keep them coming, I'm ready. Just bring it here. Exactly.
All right. So what is next? What is your dream? What do you want to be when you grow up?
What I want to be when I grow up? I mean, I always... I've been starting to think a lot of myself as like what I am and what I really want to do and everything. I think the main goal is to get better every day. As a person. I think that's the main thing. Perfect. Sometimes I'm too rapid fire. If something bad happens, I react maybe too fast. I react and then I think.
Yeah.
So that's something that I feel like in different situations that breathe in, think twice before you act.
Yeah. And that's the process. You're still a young guy, and many people don't understand that in any part of their life.
And obviously, I don't do this for the belts. I love just the sport. Yeah. Like I always have loved like pure like hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Like different forms.
And pretty raw form of that.
Exactly.
We try to grab your arms, legs, necks, whatever, sweating on top of each other.
Exactly. Obviously the black belt at some point.
Yeah.
If I'm able to make it, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a big thing. Huge. And just try to continue the journey. Try to train as much as I can. Be a better version every day of myself. And, be an even better person to the people who are around me as well. Relatives and everything.
And the truth is that the better you are, the better you're going to resonate for the around you. Because if you are not feeling well inside of yourself, it's hard to be a good person to other people because you are struggling. So I think that's a valid goal. And also for you now when you are going in jiu-jitsu, like growing in your jiu-jitsu journey, like whatever happens in your life, think about jiu-jitsu as like that's the backbone. Girlfriends come and go, okay, I did this job, I did whatever. But if you can keep this backbone and you are already like in this level, so like in a couple of years, you're gonna get your purple inside a year. So then it's like just keep that, and that's gonna give you motivation because there is something that we are not gonna quit. Whatever happens in our life, not gonna quit this. And I think you should be doing like immediately after a purple belt. And actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make you do some classes. So then you're gonna learn. I'm gonna oversee it, but I'm gonna make you do some classes. So then you can teach some of my classes with me and just to get it going on.
Yeah, let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it. And I think you're going to do good. And it's also a great way to become better in jiu-jitsu overall. Yeah. When you are teaching, when you are really giving everything what you have to that moment, you are learning.
That was actually the same thing with hockey when I started training. When I start coaching, I'm like immediately I see the post. It's obviously a different thing as a goalie than as a player. If you're a coach, you see the same things as a player. But as a goalie coach, you see when you're a goalie, you catch the puck. You don't really see behind you. But when you're a coach, you see your angles where you are. Like maybe you have to go a little bit this way to make yourself bigger. And I think the teaching the young kids should. Turn their position with their coaches, and they should go to the net, and they should go and teach.
Yeah, because then you can see it totally differently
from different goggles.
Yeah, exactly. And in hockey, it's a massive when you can see behind the goalie how is he moving. Like you can see like obvious flaws or whatever, which they don't see by themselves.
And when the goalie kind of like look to themselves when someone is moving, like this, and then you see now this what I meant. This is what you do.
Here it is. Like we can visually see. What is happening?
What's going on? So I think that's same thing with jiu-jitsu. When you see something, like as a coach's perspective, it helps you a lot.
It helps me a lot. And actually, one thing what I do, I like to always try to teach my privates on the place where I have a mirror. Because then I can use the mirrors kind of this, you see this grip, and especially when my student does some technique with me, I can see from the mirror, and I can feel already quite a lot, so I can feel if it's going right. But if it's a mirror, I can say, where's your right heel, or whatever the detail is. It's a great way to kind of resonate and learn also. But
I love to train here. Like I feel like every time when I get here, I learn something. Something about me, or the jiu-jitsu, or something. And
it's a fucking 1% game, man. It's every day we become better, and when we decide to become better, the growth is even faster. And when we come here, why not to give everything what you have?
And I have felt it so many times, like on the mornings, if you feel tired, I don't want to do it today, but you go. Afterwards, you feel amazing.
You never feel like, fuck, why did I go?
Yeah. Or if something is going on, like in your life, like you feel like shit, you don't want to do. You're not tired, but you're mentally like.
Yeah, exactly. You're depressed or whatever personal issues. It's like, why should I go now? There, pushing again, because there's no such thing as an easy jiu-jitsu training. So every training is hard.
Exactly.
But again, always when you do it, you're like, fuck, I did it.
I leave with a smile on.
Exactly.
Every time.
But I think that's the journey of jiu-jitsu.
It is.
But it's hard, but it's rewarding, and I think it's the best tool for self-growth.
Exactly.
Through martial arts, through this discipline, and becoming better at this, I think it's a natural way, kind of like Ribeiro brothers, Saulo, Sanche, they thought like, we didn't want to become teachers, we just accepted the mission. For me, it was I wanted to become, because my biggest passion is help other people. So, but it's like in your case, I see a natural movement towards that, and also then you can kind of start to dive more deeper in jiu-jitsu. You can still compete by yourself, but as a teacher's mindset, you're gonna how I can teach this to this person, and you can see like he's doing something wrong, how I can fix this. So it gives more levels and more depth to your journey.
And at the same time, you're learning new languages.
Exactly.
At the same time, you can teach maybe in Spanish, in English. It helps you,
and you're socializing, and you're bonding with people, and you have extremely good like communication skills, which gonna help.
Exactly.
Because I know a lot of teachers, and also a lot of good teachers, but they don't engage very well with students. And then it's hard for the students to sometimes to kind of demand the time or something. But if you're engaging quite a lot naturally, that's going to make the process, I think, easier. So I think you're going to be a natural.
And I have actually thinking sometimes that I might not want to be like a coach, like a main coach, but like the right hand, the little helper, who helps, like can show something. But there's the guy who is on charge.
That's great, and again, I have a lot of projects coming up where I'm gonna need help, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna always use. I think there is guys who would say like, don't work with your friends, okay? But because I trust my friends who do their jiu-jitsu, so only guys who are gonna help me with my projects when I'm gonna need you guys on the mat somewhere around the world, I'm gonna use the guys who are trained.
Remember one time when we were hanging out somewhere. I think we had the graduation. We were drinking a couple beers and just hanging out and talking about jiu-jitsu and everything, and about relationships with people, that the best people around you can still, stab you in the back. But how many jiu-jitsu guys have ever stabbed you to the back?
To be honest with you, the guys who are continuing training, 0% has ever betrayed me like jiu-jitsu persons. But there's been a lot of guys who train a little bit of jiu-jitsu, then they stop and they fucking steal from you or do something stupid. And I don't know, but it just shows something from your character. If you can do it, which is super hard, and it tells something about your heart, your work ethics, and doing something that is super hard. You're gonna probably suck very long time. It's not pleasant, especially at the beginning, and you still do it. I think that shows like a lot of capabilities also in the civil life, because if you can do this, come on, man, you can do anything. Anything. So then like chasing the goals off the mats. Also, that's why I like to work with
people.
This
is like a superpower to have.
It is. And not only the way that we can, handle things, handle aggressive situations, but how it's, molds your mind. You're going to start like, you're problem solving every day. Today, 120 kilos guys try to fucking mount you and choke you, and this is my priority now, and you're problem solving. So now if I have some other problems, they're minor issues compared to what I just had like 1 hour ago. So it's
And the mindset is so like the mind is so clear after every training and everything. And when you train and you're a practitioner of martial arts. And
it's amazing because in jiu-jitsu, this will never fade away. Because I feel the same, still after training, I feel amazing. Like I was a little bit scared in the beginning because I was thinking about, does this feeling continues? Like if I become like, oh, I don't enjoy it anymore. No.
Yeah.
It's every single day, every single training, I feel as happy as I was like on the lower belt. So it's amazing because then, but also the bad thing is that now you cannot stop because now you have this, you know how it feels after combat, after a training.
Exactly.
And if you don't have that, something's missing. Something is missing. And lifting weights, running, it's not the same. Yeah. They don't fucking try to choke you.
No.
You know, throw you down.
But it's honestly, it's a weird thing that you feel kind of like immediately after training, if you have a hard round, you feel like shit, you feel super. But every time you still come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's funny, I almost after every training.
I see.
Every training, I'm like, when this gets easier, like every time, like every time when you other guy beat my ass, I'm like, holy shit, like when this gonna get better? Like I feel like I've been trying to like.
But there will be the time. There will be the time when you are not gonna go in the trash can anymore. You're just gonna go sit down. Yes, I was able to do it.
I remember the first times when we had like. I came here and like every spot I have to like run to the toilet and take a huge dump, and then I puked many times. Yeah,
but you came back. But your body is adapting. Because this is something totally different. People who are in great shape, this one guy was running marathons, and this Alex, this new guy, he was running marathons, great shape. First his jiu-jitsu training, the guy was crying. He was like, I thought I'm in great shape. I said, man, it doesn't matter if you know how to run. This is something different. So it's, but I think it's a great cardio. Like when your body gets used to it, there is nothing is that's gonna surprise you.
No, and everything feels so easy after.
And a physical challenge is somebody, whatever happens, just bring it on because you get mauled for every day by fucking huge guys.
Exactly. Yeah. So the question is when it gets easier, never. But that's
exactly. But your body gets used to it, and let's say it doesn't get easier. But the good thing is that your understanding of the game grows, so you can understand everything what is happening, even if winning or losing. But you can most of the times you can understand, and that makes the process even more enjoyable.
Exactly.
Because you can understand more, and then you can learn more, and I think it's a really pleasant journey, and it comes more fun the better you come.
Yeah,
because then you can do a lot of rolling on the way that you want, because you know that if you want you can beat the guy, but then you are letting people work around like I do all the time. I let everybody to work on me, but of course I try to hide it on the way that it's not obvious.
And that's one thing here as well. Like you and other great jiu-jitsu guys here, like they give us who are not that good yet the options,
of course, work
to give a little bit like openings, which is great.
Exactly, that's the way you learn, and still, if for example I give you a window of opportunity and you take my back, it's many cases that you're going to finish me. Like it's not obvious. I'm a black belt, you're a blue belt, but if you get my back, let's say for example in a gi, I need to really fucking do best that I can to be able to survive there. And if I can't, so be it. And actually that makes me also proud.
Exactly, no one gets medals here.
Yeah, and I'm super happy. My goal is to always to teach my students to beat me. That's my goal. That's my goal, because that tells something about me if I can teach somebody to beat me. So I'm truly happy when my students can make me submit and
mission success after that,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But anyway, it has been a fun ride. I enjoyed this a lot. So thank you for coming.
Hopefully not swearing too much. I'm sorry for that. Genetics. Hey, here we go.
Massachusetts. Guys,
Massachusetts.
Go take your swallow. Remember, jiu-jitsu never dies, baby. Boom.